Hello everyone, today I'm going to be doing the review of the MoYu Jinzita Pyraminx. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, but basically I'm just going to call it the MoYu Pyraminx. So I've had a couple of weeks to play with this puzzle, and I will say it is a very nice Pyraminx, especially compared to this QJ thing that I've had for a while, which really is not very good at all. So let's start off with appearance. These stickers are your typical MoYu shades. I really like the light blue because a lot of speed cubes you do not get a very light blue. It's kind of a dull dark blue. Everything's very bright green, so I really don't see why you would need to replace these because most people are a fan of bright stickers. So very nice to have those out of the box. Size wise, standard Pyraminx size. I really don't notice any difference. I don't think it's supposed to be a different size anyways. So let's get into performance or corner cutting, that kind of deal. So normal corner cutting, not really like a 3x3 obviously, because the angles are a lot sharper, which gives it this kind of puzzle a tendency to want to go the other direction a lot sooner. But the way that Pyraminxes work with the sprung ball mechanism, with the layers that just kind of click into place, you really don't need a lot of corner cutting, and this definitely has plenty for normal solving. So I don't know what to call that, probably a third of a piece. I do have kind of tight tensions. I did tighten it from what it was in the box, and it wasn't necessarily that loose out of the box. Reverse, it does have a little bit of reverse, so it's definitely there. So it's actually quite, let's see if I can show you. So it does have a little bit of reverse, and that's definitely handy to have, because when you're solving, moves do kind of flow together, as with other kind of puzzles. That sounds good. I did not lube the core, so that's probably why making that noise. But anyways, speed wise it is quite quick. Now I don't solve Pyraminx a lot, but I would definitely say this is quite a quick puzzle, and I didn't even put that much lube in it. And it does have kind of tight tensions right now, so it was very quick. I do like a very controllable puzzle, and this definitely is controllable as well, so it's not too quick that it's uncontrollable. So the chips turn nice too. They obviously click into place as well. So now I'm going to go ahead and take this apart and show you some of the internals. Okay, so I have this puzzle taken apart to an extent, basically the top layer taken off, so you can see the mechanism. So I will start off with a edge piece. This puzzle isn't super special, I would say. I really don't know how complex Pyraminx internals get. I would assume they really don't need to get that complicated, because they do have that alignment mechanism, and they really don't have popping issues. Or at least this one doesn't, and my other one doesn't, so I'd assume most of them don't, unless you have it too loose. So we obviously have the dip in the piece in the middle, and that's where the metal balls rest inside of it. And also something I noticed that's kind of interesting is it has this kind of, I don't know what you would call it, a kind of ramp leading up to it, but it doesn't really ramp down into it. It ramps kind of the other direction, which is interesting. And why they do that is that it's also on the centerpiece. I really don't know if you can see that right there. There is a groove, and it corresponds with the groove in the edge piece, so they line up, so that allows the ball to travel over the centerpiece and edge piece smoothly without getting caught in the gap. And I'll show you what that looks like on my QJ, because that has that problem. So as you can see, the ball gets stuck here, and that's quite annoying when you're solving. And it's all that extra clicking you hear is because the balls get stuck in that gap there, and is quite annoying. And this remedies it very effectively. There is absolutely no clicking when you pass over that area when you're solving it. So great job with that, MoYu. Otherwise, pretty much a typical piece, but that extra bit, that ramp, really improves the feel of the Pyraminx. So cap is very interesting. So we have our screw as usual, and of course there is a metal ball here as well, if I can find it. Right there, sprung to also kind of settle in the tip in the proper position when you're solving. So not too much groundbreaking stuff in this Pyraminx, but whatever they did, it does feel quite nice. So especially that groove there. So that's pretty much all there is to show. So I'm gonna go put this back together and give you guys a final solve. Okay, so it's all scrambled up, and I'm going to solve it. So it's going to be kind of slow because I'm looking through the viewfinder or around the camera, or one of those two. Yeah, so there's a nice slow solve. I'll do one more. It's hopefully not as lame. So hopefully you can see it is quite a smooth puzzle. Turning is nice and smooth, like I said, not those annoying clicks in between turns that I showed, how that mechanism really nullifies it completely, and that really makes the solving experience much better. Alright, so there are a few solves. Hopefully you can see how well it performs. I definitely would recommend this Pyraminx. It is nice and smooth, fast but still controllable, and passes over the sprung balls quite nicely without any catching. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video.